one of my cherished Christmas decorations is this cypress carved St. Nicholas by a friend and former co-worker of mine whose father happened to be a pastor at 12th Street Baptist Church many years ago. But this St. Nicholas reminds me of a lot of what Christmas is about. Because St. Nicholas was a giver. And as we think about Christmas, we got to also remember that to separate the myths of Christmas from the truths of Christmas. You know, in Matthew 1, Matthew says the birth of Jesus happened like this. And then he starts into the story of Mary and then Jesus being born and the wise men and all. Much the same, we got to remember that is truth. And much the same, there was a true St. Nicholas, but beyond his real life, there are a lot of stories that we are absolutely probably sure some of them are myths, but some may be true. We do know St. Nicholas was a bishop in the area of Asia Minor, that area that Paul went to a lot. We do know that he was a orphan of wealthy parents, and that as he committed himself to the Christian religion and to Christ, he gave away his wealth. And there is one story that there were 3 daughters of a family, a poor family, and they needed dowries to be married. And if they didn't, in their day, have a dowry to give to the groom, then they couldn't marry, and they would probably wind up being sold as slaves. And it is said that St. Nicholas threw bags of gold each time one of the daughters was needing to be married, threw it through an open window, and then it landed in a stocking or shoe by a fireplace. Now reckon where our little tradition of hanging stockings comes from. Yeah, right there. Well, as we think about these things and the knowledge that St. Nicholas protected children, he was a giver, we need to do the same. We need to be a giver. We can give God's grace to other people. I loved Buddy's devotion today, where after the birth of his first child, a nurse that he worked with on Christmas Day said, "Buddy, you don't work. I'm going to work for you. You go home, spend it with your family." And as it turns out, she clocked him in, and he was paid, not her. Now that is a sacrificial giving that we saw in that nurse, we saw in St. Nicholas, that we need to have that spirit, and when we can today, to really do the same, to be a giver, and to spread the grace of Jesus Christ, who was the greatest giver of all, giving of his life to save our souls. And we celebrate his birth here at Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everyone.
If I did this video, I'd get a prize. From the Law household, we'd like to say,
Merry Christmas!
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We miss you. Merry Christmas.
We love you, Lakeview family.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Feliz Navidad.
Tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly
Merry Christmas.
Good morning from the Bennett household. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all our friends. As you see, my granddaughter's pictures got pulled over into this video. I hope you're having a great time in this holiday season. Even though we're apart, we miss you all. We love you.
Love you guys. Merry Christmas.